This is our presentation on the importance of advocacy and activism.
Many American citizens don't understand how the system operates or about the policies that impact them. Ignorance leads to an imbalance of power, which can result in politicians and lobbyists taking advantage of public unawareness.
Advocacy is a tool of survival that pushes progress forward. Activism gives us the power to voice out the needs and uphold solutions from climate change to gender equality and so much more. Every law or policy passed impacts our everyday lives, from our access to federal support like healthcare or to education, our right to vote, safety, and so much more. This is about us. The choice of silence doesn't solve the problem, it only elongates it. If we are not actively a part of the solution, we are contributing to the problem. Statistically, Southern states are more likely than not to have access to lower civic education, widening the gap of political understanding. Specifically, here in Texas, we ranked amongst the lowest in the nation for political participation and civic involvement, and high civic education correlates directly to high political participation.
Policies passed without public acknowledgement hits marginalized communities the hardest.
Oftentimes, major bills like immigration, reproductive rights, or education are passed without public understanding, and we as a whole need to urgently promote the coherence. By doing so, we can challenge the unfair norms, empower people to protect themselves and their rights, and continue to close the gap between the government and its citizens.
Issues around social aspects like corruption and discrimination continue because of the lack of engagement. Ignorance leads to the failure of accountability. Certain communities are left underrepresented, and the spread of misinformation distorts reality and undermines our democracy.
Misinformation isn't just a common wrong, it's dangerous. It creates division and confuses the public, polarizing communities against each other.
A democracy depends on those who are informed. If too many citizens are unaware or disengaged, the system no longer represents government but the people.
All of this leads to a significant decline in government trust.
We live in a government system that is meant to serve the people. Yet, low levels of trust in the government is a persistent problem. Trust has been declining since the 1960s.
Only 23% of Americans trust the federal government, down from 35% in 2022. 85% believe that the government has not been fully transparent, and during a survey to see the population's knowledge, results show the accuracy decreased depending on the person's age. The graph shows the gradual decrease correlating with the younger generation, and at this rate, many of our nation's youth will know little to nothing about how our system operates.
But what can we do? The best way to combat ignorance is to take part within the community. Getting involved is the first step towards anything.
March to the Polls is a nonprofit organization that provides an immense amount of resource towards education and political awareness. You can help out by volunteering as a mentor, offering donations, raising awareness, establishing clubs, and from empowerment to political engagement, MTTP strives to increase electoral participation in underrepresented communities, primarily in youth and the people of color. The National Speech and Debate Association is one of the largest interscholastic organizations. There are also urban debate leagues in the areas of Dallas, Houston, and New York that focus on local tournaments, but you can always push for a speech and debate club in your area. Regardless, they all strive to connect, support, and inspire a diverse pool of students to advocate through a competitive environment. From providing resources for training to education, the nonprofit encourages confidence, connection, and critical thinking. If you are interested in volunteering as a mentor, a judge, or offering donations, feel free to scan the QR code.
As one of the largest civil rights organizations, the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People advocates for policies that dismantle systemic injustices in order to improve the lives of Black people and all Americans. This nonprofit provides resources including legal protection, youth chapters, and voting education. You can get involved by making donations, volunteering at call centers, speaking to motivate voters, or participating in community projects.
During his lifetime, Milton Wolf was determined to help Zainab Hardaka, an elderly Muslim woman in failing health, and her family escape a war zone. This was not a simple task, however, as Wolf continued to attend countless meetings and calls in order to negotiate her freedom as well as her family's. Through all of it, as time seemed hopeless, he continued to persevere.
At the end, he managed to get Zainaba and her family out of harm's way. Milton Wolf continued to push for the escape of Hardaga and her family regardless of the circumstances. He pushed aside his personal bias, prioritizing the safety and well-being of others. His continuous efforts shine light on the impact of advocacy. During Wolf's struggle with illness, his only complaint was that his physical weakness limited his activism. Just like Wolf, we should stand strong in our values and advocate for others, even when the odds are against us.
Here are the listed sources that we have used. Thank you.